Hey everybody, welcome to my happy place. You guys, I am just so excited to show you some things on this video today. There's some things that I want to taste test in this video. There's some things that I'm going to harvest, and there's a meal that I'm going to cook with the things that I harvest. But first, let me introduce myself. If this is your first time, I welcome you here to my channel. This is Lakisha Keene Saving Greens, and I am Keisha. And my husband is manning the camera for me today. And there's just so many new things I want to show you guys that let's just get into it, okay? Okay, so first I just want to point out, you guys, I have birdhouse gourds. Look at how beautiful this is. And there's actually little babies on here. Here's one right here. And you guys, they have this fuzzy feel to them. It just feels so crazy. But this, oh, look at that big one up there. But you guys, this is my first time growing birdhouse gourds. And it's just so beautiful. It's really filled in this trellis very well. Also, I think this is only 2 plants. So they grow crazy. All this jungle right here, that's all just 2 plants. And speaking of jungle, you guys, I'm just gonna bring you over this way. Look at this corn. Look how tall this corn is. Now you guys, I'm about 5'7"-ish, you know, and this corn is way taller than me. And it's just beautiful. And I grew all this from seed. So I'm happy about that. And then take a look at these sunflowers. These sunflowers are just doing amazing. This one just opened up. I don't know, with the sun being right there, you might not be able to see it, but that one just opened up today. And then look how big this one is. Look how big this one is. And this one is a Titan sunflower. So, and then look how pretty this red one is. It's a real deep red, rust color. I believe that one is the chocolate cherry sunflower. And you guys know how I love my sunflowers. I will never have a garden without sunflowers growing in them. But look at this, zinnia. I'm starting to really, really like zinnias too. And while we're over here, look at this corn. This is the japonica corn, and it's growing well. I've got tomatoes hanging out here. And you guys, the significance of all this growth and greenery, and look at this. I can't even talk right. Look at this bell pepper. But the significance of all this growth and greenery is I live in the high desert. And this is a desert, you guys. It's dry and we hardly get any rain. Oh, look at that one. That one is beautiful. But this is what's going on in my garden right now. My husband and I, we got back from vacation in Montana. We were gone for like 10 days, and we had a friend of ours come over, and she maintained and kept up my garden for me, and she did a beautiful job. I came back and everything just exploded in growth, and it was this huge jungle. If you saw my video before, you saw raw how I reacted when I saw this garden for the first time when I got back. I didn't get a chance to point out this watermelon growing down here. Now you guys, this watermelon is a volunteer, and I don't know who planted it. Probably some birds planted it for me. But yeah, it's doing good, and I have a fruit on there. And look at this tomato. So a friend of mine from my local gardening group up here that I'm part of came by yesterday, and I had harvested all of my cherry tomatoes, my big slicer tomatoes, any kind of tomato that was ready. She even got some squash, some yellow zucchini that I had that was ready, an apple off my apple tree, and some peppers. On this plant right here, all of these poblano chili peppers, I had a whole bunch of them on there that were ready and turning red. I gave all those to her so that she would have them, because I'm not going to be here. Yes, I'm going to be gone for yet another week, and I'm going to be going to youth camp. And so my husband's going to be here, and he gets to take care of all of this for me while I'm gone. And we're going to have to say some prayers for that one, because it's a lot. This is a lot to maintain. And it's my passion. You know, he supports me in my passion, but this is not his passion. So, but he's going to be here holding down the garden for me and watering everything and making sure everything is good. And so who knows what it'll look like when I get back. Check this one out. I showed you guys this sunflower in my last video and how tall it is, and now it has a bloom flower bud up there. So hopefully that'll be open when I get back. But if you go across the way, if you look across the way at this other one, look how pretty that one is. And they're all just really, really big. So, okay, you guys, I guess I'm gonna slide through. Okay, so I hadn't been able to get to this side yet. I've been doing a lot of cleaning up, trimming stuff back, pruning things down, clipping things up. I just haven't gotten to this side yet, as you can tell. But there's still a lot of tomatoes that are becoming ripe in here that I have not tried before. So we're gonna walk around and we're gonna go on the other side so that I can try some tomatoes. Okay, so here we are on the other side of this arch trellis, and you guys, I picked up this, it's a black cherry. Can you see it? I picked up this black cherry tomato because I've never tried this, and I've heard so many good things about this, and I wanted to try it for the first time in front of you guys so that I could give you an accounting of what I'm experiencing as I'm eating this. So my first black cherry tomato. Okay, so first, kind of hit me with a little bit of tomato tartness, and then the sweet takes over. It's really good. I guess it's everybody that I've heard talk about those tomatoes, I guess they're right. It's pretty good. It's really flavorful and tasty. There's another one over here. Let me see if this one's ready. Oh. Okay, so this one is called the Bosque Blue Bumblebee. And I guess it gets that blue reference because it has that blue shoulder on it. And now these, I didn't buy the seeds for this one. This one, somebody from that same gardening group that I'm in, we swapped some seeds, and this was one of the seeds that he gave me. And so I was really excited because it was a variety out of all the 80 something varieties that I have that I planted this year. This was one that I didn't buy or have in my inventory. So let's try this one. Okay, that one was not as sweet. It was not as sweet as that black cherry. It still was good. It had more acidic flavor to it than the black cherry. The black cherry had more of a sweetness to it, huh?
There's a bunch more right there.
Yeah, those are different. Okay, so those are Let me find one that's ready. Okay, so this one is blueberries. Now, if you guys remember, and if you've been around my channel for a while, last season I grew blueberries. And I was kind of disappointed because none of them turned blue. And from my understanding, they were supposed to be blue in color, on at least on the shoulders. And as you can see, this one has a little bit. But they, you know, I guess it depends on whether you have them out in direct sun or in shade. That determines how much of the dark coloring that you would get on them.
Fat right
there. Oh. And so a lot of these do have the blue shoulders and stuff this time on this particular plant, so I'm happy for that. I'm gonna try this one. That's like how I remember it. Okay, so I prefer sweeter tomatoes. This one was not sweet, but it still had a good tomato flavor. It's just not one of my favorites. It's beautiful though, the way it grows and the colors is beautiful. So last in this row, this one is called Purple Bumblebee. And I love the striping and the colors on this one. And I don't know why it's called Purple Bumblebee, because it doesn't have like a purpley color. It has more like it's like a pinkish tinge to it with green stripes. But let's try this one. That one's pretty good. It still has like a real tomatoey flavor, but it's not as tart as the last one that I just tried. So that's good. And this is one that I'm most excited about. Now, we've had visitors to our garden. Was that yesterday?
No.
Day before. A young man came by. His name is William. And he's new to gardening, but he's doing a really, really good job. He belongs to that same local gardening group that I'm in. And he's doing a really, really good job on his garden. It looks nice. And so he came by to pick up some seeds and stuff, and we were talking, and I showed him the backyard here. And he actually tried one of these. And I just felt bad because I wanted to try one because he made it sound so good. But I wanted to try it in front of you guys for the first time. And so I held myself back. And here is my opportunity. So I'm going to find one.
You haven't said what it is.
Oh. Look at, that's how excited I am, huh? I guess. This is a ground cherry. It's called the New Hanover ground cherry. And last year I tried growing these, but they didn't grow. And I don't know, this year, look at it. It grew a whole lot. And the way that you know that these are ready, because they have these little paper wrappers that they're in. And the way that you know that they're ripe and ready is because the fruit falls onto the ground. And once it falls, that signals to you that it's ready. Okay, so this is what the ground cherries look like. They come in these little nice wrappers. So cute. But anyway, so I'm gonna try this for the first time. I've heard countless people, and I've seen so many videos, and then I had 2 people try this, but I actually resisted so that I could do this for the first time with you guys. But this is, let me see, can you see that? This is what they look like. And everybody has described it as a citrusy flavor. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I wasn't quite ready for that. That is really sweet. It kind of tastes like, oh man, it's different. Let me see. But it does taste like some kind of other fruit, like pineapple-y. Ooh, I don't know. It's good.
I'll try it.
Oh, okay, wait a minute, you guys. You guys, this is significant. I'm gonna take the camera because this is really significant because Mr. Keene over here does not like tomatoes at all.
No.
Period. And he wants to try it. Oh, yes. Okay, let me turn the camera on you.
Is this considered a tomato?
Yes.
I don't want it.
It tastes really sweet. It don't taste like a tomato though.
Not at all.
It has a real sweet flavor to it, like a fruity, like almost pineapple-y,
You're absolutely right.
kiwi or something.
I could eat that.
Yeah. You want this next one? We're gonna call this the Mr. Keene show.
There's no cars in it, so it's not my show.
You can snack on those, huh?
I could.
I probably won't tell the kids about those because
They'll be gone.
they'll
tomorrow.
be gone. I mean, we know already that we fight over the strawberries and the sugar snap peas and we fight over it. The kids and I are in a constant struggle, tug of war over who gets what first. So I'm gonna keep that one on the wraps. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that I'm gonna be harvesting today, and that is this yellow zucchini. Look at how pretty that is. And we're gonna get that harvested. Here, let me see. I'll even pick this off now, maybe. Let's see if I can get it without doing any damage. There we go. Look at that color on that. It's so pretty. So this, and then also in here there's some green zucchini. There's a whole bunch of them. But look at that big old monster one right there. So this is going to get harvested. Oh, you got it? Here, I'll hold that. Look at that, you guys. It's not as big as it could get, but it's bigger than what. Pick the other one that's in the front there and we'll show the difference in sizes. So usually about this size or a little bit smaller is what we deal with because it's more tender and everything. When you get this size in the picture, look at that. Then when they start getting to that bigger size like that, then they're good for like stuffing with stuff or making zucchini bread or whatever. So but these, I don't think there's any more in here. Oh, there's another one I think over here. He's hidden too under that leaf. You see him? Under that leaf right there. If you don't be careful, you'll get a whole bunch of big ones because they like to hide. Look at that. That was hidden down in there. And I didn't even know he was there this whole time. Let me see. Let me make sure there's no more. No, there's no more. There's that little one right there, but he needs some more time to grow. And there's a little one over here, but he just needs a little more time to grow too. So I plan on cutting them up and I'm thawing out some ham, fresh ham steaks that we've got. And I'm going to chop all that up and with some onions, and we love it. It's something that I make usually whenever we have zucchinis available. I'll make it. Mr. Keene back there, my camera guy, he didn't like zucchini and squash and stuff until we started growing them in our own garden. And then I don't know, I guess the flavor or something is better to you.
I guess.
Or maybe his wife is just a good cook. So when I get back from camp, You guys, all these peaches will be ready. They're almost ready now. And some of them are falling off because they're ready. But all those peaches are coming down, and we're gonna get ready to make some peaches so that I can make some peach cobbler, make some peach jelly or preserves. Oh, look at this. That, you guys, is a daylily. I called it a tiger lily before, but it's not. It's a daylily. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? These are all watermelons. But there's something in this patch that's not the same. Can you tell? Pick out what plant is not the same. And I'm not talking like the obvious sunflowers. Check out here in the back along the fence line. I don't know how that got planted in here, but you guys, I think that's a pumpkin maybe, or some kind of vining squash. It was only supposed to be watermelon in this patch, but yeah, he snuck in there some kind of way, and now he's taking over. And I know it's gonna be difficult to see this, and Daniel, you're probably going to get a little close up. This plant right here is a miracle plant because I planted a whole bunch of tomatillo seeds in these containers right here, and I just knew all of them rotted or something, or critters got the seeds or something, because nothing came up, and the ones that did come up died. So I'm thinking there's nothing else left in there. I'm gonna have to put some other seeds of some sort in there to compensate, to use that space. And I come back from vacation and there's a dang tomatillo plant growing. And for those of you who are experienced gardeners, you know that you have to have 2 tomatillo plants in order for it to cross-pollinate and grow a decent amount of fruit. I've heard of people having one, and there's been some fruit that popped up on it, but I only got 1 tomatillo out of, I think I planted 9 seeds, 3 seeds of 3 different varieties of tomatillo, and only 1 came up. And it has flowers on it and stuff. And it kind of looks like how the ground cherry that my husband and I just tried, it kind of looks like those same flowers. So yeah, I don't know. So is my luck this year with tomatillos. I'm gonna have to try again next year for something. I'm not expecting a whole lot out of that 1 plant, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. But I guess that's about it. I've shown you guys everything else in this garden already in my last video. There was just a few things that I left out that I wanted to address this time. So okay, so you guys, in closing, I just want to point out this wind is just crazy. It's always crazy. I finally got a microphone that I can use that silences the wind noise. But you can see behind me, you can see the damage that it does all the time with like how my corn is laying over now. But you guys, I am just so grateful to have everything that I have, and that my garden is doing good. And I've had a lot of things that went wrong this season, a lot of things that obviously went right. But I thank you guys for watching, and I thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Come check me out on Instagram. I always post up things on there, although like I said, I'm gonna be gone for another week. So this is gonna be the only video I'm gonna have put up before I go. And so you guys, I'll see you when I get back. Anything you want to say, babe?
Nope.
Okay, so you guys, as always, God bless.